Welcome to episode number 24, You Can Heal Your Life. I'm Dr. Amay Parekh. We are on chapter number 14, The Body. This is a very big chapter because Louise Hay did a lot of research. She actually studied a lot of emotions. She understood every part of our body. She looked at the various parts of the body and tried to create a correlation between the emotions that are involved as well as the physical health issues that we experience. She says that every expression, every emotion is responsible for affecting some or the other part of our body. And in these few episodes, I think this will take some episodes, we will look at each summary of each part and organ and see what Louise Hay has an opinion to say about it. This may or may not be applicable to everybody, but she definitely believes that 90 to 95% accuracy will be seen somehow if we look at these medical problems from a psychosomatic perspective. So understanding why she's done this research is also very, very important because that's the entire crux of her book called You Can Heal Your Body. So she believes you can heal yourself physically as well by handling your emotions. So if somebody is angry, constantly irritated, as they age, you'll see that on their face. So you'll find that they're always grumpy or there are a lot of medical issues. But people who are much more happy-go-lucky or people who are much more taking care of themselves, you'll find that even at an older age they'll be much more youthful. So we are going to understand exactly what our body's messages are, starting with the head today. Okay, so we'll talk about the head in today's session. Well, the head represents us. It shows us what we consider to show the world. It is how we are recognized. It's what we if something is wrong with the head, then it means something is wrong with us. So she divided them into various parts, starting with the hair. She said that the hair itself represents strength. It represents strength. So any time that there is fear in the body, anytime we are tense or we are uncomfortable, this stress actually goes up all the way from your shoulders up to your scalp. And as a result, she says that the scalp gets in such a way that the hair follicles also feel suffocated and they start not being able to breathe and they fall off. So your tension comes all the way to your scalp and that could be resulting in baldness, even in women. What's very surprising is that all she says that you need to start telling yourself, relax to your scalp, and you will start seeing that you're feeling better, your tension is better and your hair is also better. Very surprising, but when we talk about chakra systems also, the hair comes with the crown chakra. So, it's basically all interconnected. So, understanding that there could be a underlying cause is also very important. Now, ask yourself to relax every time we do. We've done exercises to relax earlier, so please do that as well. Next comes the ears. The ears represent the capacity to hear or listen. So, if there is a earache that is happening, then it is very, very possible that you're in an environment where you don't like listening to things happening around you. Maybe people around you are fighting or basically using some language that you're not comfortable with. She says especially in children, earaches represent this kind of behavior. And deafness, okay, she suggests deafness is because somebody is constantly sort of nagging at you and you no longer want to listen to that person, and that's why you're getting deaf. It's as a medical professional, I'll just give you my opinion that it's a unique way to look at it. Rather than always sticking only to science, why don't we look at it from a different perspective as well? Then the eyes represent the capacity to see things. So when you don't like what you see, then you may tend to blur that out. So you may lose vision, your vision gets affected. Children develop glasses. So all of that is because they don't like what they're seeing subconsciously, and that's why the thought present, like I don't want to see all this happening, or even when we look at some violence, I don't want to keep seeing this happening. It can subconsciously tell your mind that you don't want to see things. So understanding where is that negative element coming from is really, really important. Next comes headaches. Headache, she says, comes from invalidating the self. When you are angry with yourself or you feel that you've done something wrong, that's when headaches start coming in much more often. Okay, so there's this some sort of maybe even a guilt pattern. So forgiveness is very, very important when dealing with headaches. Forgiving yourself, letting go of these situations and accepting what has happened is very, very important. She also talks about migraines. Migraines are very common in people who want to be perfect in some way. They put a lot of pressure on themselves. So there's an internal pressure that's developing within themselves. She even goes to the extension that masturbation may actually help relieve the tension within your body and reduce the migraine from coming in, because ultimately it is an emotional release that does happen along with the the orgasm. So try that. I mean, I have not experienced migraines myself, so I don't know whether that would work, but she does say it. So definitely I know that it does relieve stress, so that is something you can definitely incorporate. Now, sinus problems. When we talk about sinus problems, it's basically congestion right within the nose area or around it. That's basically you feel that somebody close to you is not somebody you want to have around, or you feel very pushed down by them, so you don't want to give them that power, and you're not able to breathe in that area, and that's why you develop sinus problems. So these are some of the problems related to the head. We'll go forward in their following sessions.